Let's talk about triple decker. What do we know about triple decker?
Middle blasts go boom, uh, top megas go smack, and then fuck the bottom floor. That is all.
All right, let me ask you another question. Is the map symmetrical?
Uh, is there a blue on both the start pad and finish pad area? I
I
don't.
have no idea where the start and finish pad are, to be honest.
Um,
Is it the bottom
okay,
sides?
yeah, the bottom floor.
Um, I don't know.
I
Is
can't
there?
remember if there's a blue on both sides or if there's just that one on the on that one side.
Okay. There's a few differences, and there may even be more than what I know here.
Hmm.
Um, oops. But there's a blue here
Right.
on the far side. This is the only blue on the bottom level.
Okay, so it's there's not one on
There's
the other
also a
side.
blue in the back corner.
Right.
So notice that this blue is on the opposite side as this
Hmm.
blue.
Are
But,
those? Oh, damn.
yeah,
Are those the only two?
these are the only two blues. A lot of people don't
Ah,
really stop and consider that. Um,
yeah.
this is the only blue on top. Everything else is yellows. There's like
Mhm.
double yellows, and
Right,
then
right.
I don't even know if there's a yellow here. I feel like I never see a yellow here, but maybe there is. And there's definitely one on
Hmm.
the edge here. And then there's reds along these stairs that usually get left.
Uh-huh.
But since these are the blues, we can divide the map. Um, divide the map like this.
Hmm.
And generally, if you have control, you want to be standing on this side
Hmm.
because you have a blue here and you have a blue here.
Uh-huh.
Um, this is on your, if you're on the top level or the bottom level. Bottom level, best place to be is like here because you can either run over here or you can super jump up if you have a super jump, which you should.
Yeah.
Um, and those are both pretty quick and also crucially, like it's pretty safe from being blasted if you do this.
Hmm. Hey, sauce.
Okay,
Hi,
we're doing a triple decker hunt review right now.
I see
You're welcome to watch. Um,
my background noise.
yeah. So with these as the blues, um, generally you want to be somewhere here. Now, if you are on the middle layer, which you generally do want to be as the default, then the center is
Hmm.
fine because you can super jump up to this and then you can blast over to this.
Hmm.
So those are kind of the places you want to be for each layer.
Right.
Um, Now, obviously, center control is king. I was saying momentum is extremely important. Um, so the top
Hmm.
does have the highest like density of points, especially since
Yeah.
the points per gem at the top is very high compared to the rest of the
Yeah.
map. Um, Over like in these corner spawns, it's usually only 5 points per spawn.
Hmm.
In the middle, you're more likely to see something like six because there's a yellow here and a yellow here. Um, but the top, you're looking at like sometimes three yellows and like two reds. It's like 7 or 8 points. And they're very common because there's a lot of different places that the gems can spawn, right?
Hmm.
Like there's like here, there's here, 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 and that's in one corner. So that's like 5 gems times like 20 up here. So let's say there's 20 total. This middle layer only has like 6 to 8.
Uh-huh.
This corner has 4, so there's like 16 on this layer. And then down at the
Hmm.
bottom, there's like 4 in the middle, and then maybe like 6 on each side.
Yeah.
Okay, so that breaks down to about 16 at the bottom, 16 in the middle, 6 to 8 up here, and then 20 up top. And this
Uh-huh.
top area is worth the most points per spawn, is worth or does spawn the most in total, and has the best access. to this blue anyway, and also pretty quick to these corners. So the top is basically where you want to keep your momentum. I personally like the default that you're familiar with, where you grab a mega and then you come down here to get a super jump, and then you grab this blast. The reason why this blast is because the blasts in the center aren't actually symmetrical.
Oh yeah.
This blast is here, whereas this blast is not on this little thing.
Right. It's on the.
It's like this, and it's over here.
You'll see. You're about to see what happens.
Okay. Yeah. So given that, mega, super jump, blast. You have mega active at the start of the next spawn. You have super jump. You have blast. You have like full control basically. The only thing you can lose to is getting outblasted, or the other person has a mega and you don't have enough acceleration. That's pretty much it. All right. Let me hit play. I think we both did the red line. Yep.
And then I did that.
I see. Interesting. So you don't have blast at this point.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of your problems. Is you're down blast advantage and mega advantage. Let's see what you could have done besides the obvious to not kill yourself.
Abandon the red and go for the like corner blast, or maybe I had enough blast in my bar to get up to the middle.
Okay. So what I would do is I would not even show up to this spawn. Because I'm already there, gotten 3 out of the 5 points plus the blast. But you know that the first blast that you missed should be respawning soon. You have another option. You could super jump up to the top and get the mega and do the mega super jump default.
Oh, that's true.
Because you know that I have not been up to the top of the map yet. Those megas are both going to be up. And that's also where it's most likely the next spawn is going to be, statistically. So you definitely don't want to... When you're behind in momentum, the worst thing you can do on this map is chase spawns for like 2 points. Because you're going to be picking up the scraps and you're constantly going to be down. So when that blue inevitably comes, that's when you get screwed over by the built-up tempo that the leader has. And that's why this map is so momentum-based and swingy. So at this point, you're down 1 point, right? But I have all the tempo because I have blast, and it's very hard to win these spawns if you don't have blast. I have blast, I have mega. Spawn up top of all places. I usually don't like sitting here. Just because you can see that there's a wall in the way where you basically have to either go around and jump or blast over and spend your blast, which is not good. Standing up on any of the things is fine. What was that?
I was trying to blast and before I hit the ground.
Interesting. Oh, you can't do this. You don't have blast or super jump. The next spawn is the worst one for you statistically, which is unfortunate. But if it was any of the corner spawns, really.
Yeah. See, my thinking was, okay, if I kill myself again, then I'll get back up. But then...
Yeah, it's going to be too slow.
Sorry. Yeah.
It was a good thought because you could have just gone out of bounds here again without picking up the gem, and you would have had three extra seconds. So, like, yes, it is the best thing to go out of bounds again, but with those 3 seconds, you could have grabbed this this blast in the bottom left.
Yeah.
and maybe contest it at least because I was standing right there with the
Right.
super jump.
True.
And so now we're down almost 20 points.
Yeah. Whee.
This is not a map where fast players do very well.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
There's like very limited technical tricks you can do. Most of them involve like getting up to the top layer from the bottom or middle. Good blast. Unfortunately, didn't really turn into anything because you used your super jump here and I took it.
I was hoping I would be able to hit you.
Why'd you go this way?
Because I just didn't read the spawn.
Yeah.
And probably I was hoping to hit you, but so it wouldn't have. That reasoning doesn't make sense though.
Yeah, you can't really hit me there. Even if you did, it wouldn't do much to me because I was coming into your blast.
Yeah.
Good denial of both blasts. Nice.
Oh.
You should know where I am right now, right?
Wait, let me see. Where? So I killed you, right? With the
You kill me
mega,
right
and
here.
then
Where am I?
you're probably gonna end up in the middle, right? Or like you're gonna respawn down below.
No, I'm actually gonna respawn on the top level to
You're
your
gonna
right.
respawn on the yeah.
And so
That's
you're
true.
not looking over there, but I'm right here over on the right,
Mm-hmm.
almost certainly.
Okay.
And see, I fall down.
Yeah.
So just try to be a bit more aware of where your opponent is likely to respawn.
Mm-hmm.
There's really not that many respawn points on this map, which is why you randomly will spawn up at the top and you can respawn abuse the bottom super easily.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that was good zoning by me. No. Don't hit your head here, because your spin can get kind of weird.
Yeah.
You can easily, like, bounce outward if you're not careful. I probably would have tried to go over because you could have potentially blasted me.
Yeah.
Not a huge deal,
Yeah.
though.
That
Oh.
was
Pre super jumping. I don't hate it, actually, because you're so far behind.
just me not knowing where you were when I chose that route. Oh.
It did the mega on you. The top mega into drop down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Generally a good idea to stay moving with how many
Yeah.
aggressive tools there are on this map. Good game. Brutal.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's been over for like 30 seconds, so.
One last time for good measure.
That wasn't that long.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you didn't have momentum like at all the entire 4 minutes, which is kind of impressive.
That's true.
There was not a single point where you were like dictating the spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you would mega me off, but I always got tempo back. You didn't leverage it into anything like I've seen you do on this map before.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. Well, yeah.
I would say main notes. You need to be better at attracting your opponent. I mean, this is something that we talked about on your other maps, but
Mm-hmm.
especially on triple
Yeah.
decker is extremely important because again, it's very easy to do with the limited amount of respawn points.
Mm-hmm.
And two, it's very important because of how many megas and blasts there are.
Right.
And there's a lot of like key blue spawns where blasting their mega away from the blue makes all the difference in who wins the game. So
Mm-hmm.
if you know where they are,
True.
you can have more effective blasts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, your default wasn't good most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
but there wasn't a lot of times to look at because you were behind. You were constantly
Yeah.
chasing. So just be
Yeah.
willing. Like the only way that you can really cut your losses on this extremely momentum-based map is to just sack an entire spawn. And you had a lot of
Right.
opportunities to sack a 5-point spawn, which isn't even 5 points, by the way, because I'm always going to
Yeah.
leave a last red or two.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really more like 3 to 4 points that you're going to lose, but you're going to be able to reset the momentum. You're going to be able to get a mega super jump blast.
Right.
Uh, Probably before I do, especially if like I just killed you and I have to re-get those resources.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something you need to be
Yeah.
more willing to do on this map
Right.
specifically.
Something I sometimes struggle with is like being able to assess like how screwed do I need to be to start like taking risks, like for example like staying at the top instead of the middle and doing like
Oh yeah.
unorthodox. Yeah,
Um
it's like at what point in the game do I start to take those risks?
yeah, so I mean it's a function of three things. The first is the map, how much variance it has, how swingy the spawns are.
Yeah.
The second thing is how far you are behind numerically, and the third is how much time is left in the game.
Yeah, the time. Hmm.
Um, so it's just kind of vibes. Like you just get a feel of
Yeah.
like those three things. On triple decker, the number that you need to start taking risks is different than it's going to be on prophetic,
Yeah.
and different than it's going to be on sprawl.
Hmm.
Um, there's a lot of good risk that you can take on triple decker. For example, you can camp the bottom blue or just a
Oh,
bottom
right.
spawn in general and just gamble on that. And if you get a blue, you're right back in the game most of the time because there's like
Yeah.
two yellows and a blue at the bottom spawn. So it's
Yeah.
basically a 10-point swing, and the other person probably tries to come down there and then wastes their time, and you're faster the next one. So
Hmm.
if you bet big on that, that's something you can get back into.
That's true.
Also, if someone's on the bottom clearing a spawn, you can just sack it entirely and just sit at the top, and more likely than not, you'll get a nice couple of yellows next spawn.
Right. Right.
So,
Hmm.
I
Okay.
this map could be kind of swingy, and if you get momentum, like you can just kind of roll. So, like the
Hmm.
amount you need to be behind to be willing to start taking huge risks is like kind of high. It would have to be at least
Hmm.
like 20 to 30 points with more than a minute
Right.
left in the game, I would say.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, but that's going
Hmm.
to be different for every map. So if you ask me about Sprawl, it would be a different answer.
Yeah, for sure. I think sometimes I got to be careful not to like start taking risks too soon when the game is not fully like out of hand yet, because that's just like my traditional way of playing.
Yeah, there's also a fourth
Yeah.
factor you can consider, which is tempo. Like if you're consistently getting momentum against you and like you had like a lead, but the other person's like closed up and just won like all the last 4 to 5 spawns, and you don't trust yourself to get it back, you can just take a gamble.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, but it's kind of rare that
True.
that's my reasoning for
Uh-huh.
starting to take risks.
Yeah. Well, that was good. Now I have a better understanding of like what the best default is.
Yeah,
Because I think,
I'm pretty sure we talked about it before, but it's just something to make sure that you're. I don't even know if it's the
yeah.
best thing to do, but it's what I've found success with.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely.
We got a long video. Is there any other map you wanted to look at?
I don't know. What else? I'm trying to think what else we played.
Scadium, all angles. I don't know. Is this the new all angles?
That was the new all angles, yeah. So I was just getting used to it.
Do you want to look at the new all angles? There's vortex effect. I
Sure.
think you got smashed.
That was yesterday, though. I think. Or did we?
Did we
Maybe
play
that was the
yesterday
same
on
one.
vortex effect?
Wasn't yet, or
Yeah,
2 days ago.
this one you got destroyed. Um, but I think you're usually pretty good at this map.
Yeah.
This one I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
got kind of fucked on Gems Ahoy.
Yeah, I don't know how much there is to
I
say,
think. I
say
think at
about
that
this
point
map.
it was. It was just getting late, and so I was making a lot. I was way more
I think you
sloppy.
won SVR. Maybe. No.
I know that I won.
No,
No,
you did. No,
I
you
did
did
not.
not.
I won prophetic. I know.
Didn't win that one. Did you win this? Yeah, you won this. I think.
Hmm.
Got close at the end, but you won.
Yeah.
Yeah, prophetic.
Prophetic's the. It was close, and then I had like a minute straight of
Yeah,
just
I remember that.
carnage.
That's good. And then Apex.
Yeah.
This one was close, I think.
Hmm.
Till the end. Okay. Yeah, I guess let's look at all angles, unless you want to look at the Gems of Hoyer Vortex.
Sure. I mean, I'm curious about how the new all
Yeah,
angles
I'm
is
not going to
gonna
be able to speak in absolutes nearly as much as Triple Decker.
play. Hmm.
Um, let's talk about the actual difference in the spawns, right?
Right.
So previously it was like red
Uh-huh.
here, right? And then yellow.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
So the difference. Wait, what is the difference? Because there's a
Now
red
there's one in the
here
middle.
now, but like which one got
Yeah.
moved?
I think maybe the red was just added. I don't think anything got removed for that.
No, I think one of them got moved.
Oh, maybe. What are the outer ones there? Okay.
I guess
Or
we
are there
can.
like two side ones?
We'll see. But I know
Yeah.
that you can do this thing now where you come from above and you do a line of three. And before you
Yeah.
couldn't do that.
Uh-huh.
But this middle one has more effect than that. It basically significantly widens the amount of lines that you can take on these spawns. Where
Yeah, for
before, the
sure.
thing that you wanted to do almost always was you wanted to come in and you wanted to do like a loop.
Yeah.
You would either loop or you would super speed rebound, and then you would rebound to either get like a straggler gem or you would go default for the next spawn with mega super speed. Um,
Yeah.
but now you have way more lines that you can take on these gems because you can come from this side chain 3, you can come from above chain 3, you can come from here chain 3, and come from here in chain
Yeah.
3. Um,
Right.
this left to right one is worth 4, and this one is worth 3.
Yeah.
So if you do 3, you trade the yellow here, you trade the 2, and if you do the 4, you pretty much win the whole spawn,
Yeah.
which is very good. So that basically changes you can now be a lot more flexible with your approaches, which I think is a good change for the map and why part of
For
why we
sure.
pushed for it. So I don't really know what that means in terms of how you need to play the map, but it does mean that sitting like here is a lot more viable than it used to be. Because before you would like super speed for like 3 points and get screwed, but now like this has been buffed from 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Where you would try and do a loop and this kind of takes forever from here.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, what you generally would have wanted to do is like stand here
Mhm.
and then like super speed this line or loop this line. So like it's kind of like a checker pattern across the map, right? Whereas like this is a good
Yeah.
place to stand because you can go here,
Uh-huh.
but this is not a great place to stand. Like this intersection, and so you have this like grid of like good place to stand, not good place to stand, good place to stand, not good place to stand, like a chessboard. But now I think this is like more even. Like this has kind of been equalized. The other major
Uh-huh.
change is the blues. So before, this quadrant of the map was ridiculously overpowered, and
Yeah.
no
There
one
was
talked
that.
about it. No one talked about it. I don't know why, but this top blue, which is really rare to be fair, you have this blue over in the little hole, and you have this blue up in the corner for no reason. Like, why does this
Yeah.
corner have a blue and the other one doesn't? Why does this freaking hole have a? It doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. People are still
Yeah, it was
upset
so
about
easy
it.
to get.
Yeah. Anyway, this made it ridiculously overpowered to just stand in this quadrant. Because you do have height advantage if the spawn is like down this way, but also you have good access to all of the blues. So
Yeah.
especially like here was just such a good place to stand because you can super speed to this blue, um, you can blast super speed to this blue, and you can kind of jump blast up to this blue, or even super
Yeah.
speed and then natural bounce up.
Mhm.
So this was like the holy grail of sitting. Now I think it's going to be much more balanced. As a result, defaulting from this mega plus I think the super speed is here is this was like the bread and butter default of the map is you would come up here, you would get these power ups, and you would stand here. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone like knew that they were doing this, but like this was kind of the meta.
Uh-huh.
Unless you were MBO, and then you just pick up the last red and win anyway because this is your best map.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to change now. You can be a lot more, a lot less picky about which gems you pick up, which should be good.
Right.
Also, the duration got extended to 330, but I don't think that's going to be huge in terms of strategy. Yeah, I think you just ping diffed me.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't think there's any way I won that spot, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is on Hillsborough.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
But yeah, you see, you can come over here. 4 points. I get 1 point. You have momentum. You can also come from above. Okay, yeah, so there is both setups now. We saw both,
Uh-huh.
right? Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw this chain of three, and then we see the other chain of three, where the one near the center doesn't spawn.
So it feels like whoever gets there first has a big advantage because then they can choose the line and the scraps are like not worth it.
Yeah,
But
proximity is going to be good, and also the super speed is going to be even better. It was already very good. Yeah. So where are we standing here? We're standing here. Okay, so I would have probably never stood here in the old version.
mhm.
Um, you can kind of see why. Like this spawn that comes up is like one of three spawns that is like okay. Like this spawn is okay, this spawn is okay, and this one is okay. But other than that, like there's no blues that this is really great for.
Yeah.
But now like it's not bad. I think I picked up the super speed there.
Yeah.
Generally, like, would you rather have the mega or the super speed?
Probably super speed.
I think so as well. But
Yeah,
if you
just
get
leave it.
lucky, the mega can be pretty effective.
I just gotta remember that.
What you
Oh
really want to do is get the mega and then activate the mega and roll
yeah.
it into the super
That was
speed.
that was horrible because you hit me into the last red and then
Oh, did I?
I don't, yeah, look.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
Oh
Yeah, I don't know if I mean you have super speed and you know that I don't,
yeah.
so it's not
That's what I
bad.
was
It's actually worse for you because the spawn is so close and I get the mega. That's rough. Oh, you see what I do? I come from above and get that chain of 4.
Oh
That's what's going to be very powerful. And then you could potentially do the same here if the center one spawned. That was just
yeah. Right.
unfortunate. Good call to back out once I bring my mega in there.
Brought your big bonus to the party.
Very unfortunate for me. Where were we here? Yeah, so same kind of place. This appears to be like where you like to stand.
Yes.
Is this... Wait, that's not even centered. Interesting. There I go. I feel like you could have recovered that. If you blasted earlier. Ooh. You have to be really careful about, like, getting this.
Yeah.
Because turning around takes so long when you go up here.
Yeah, yeah, well.
You're not too far behind me, but it makes the difference of the 3 points. That was a 3 for 2 trade there that we see now. And now you get the 3 for 2.
Huh.
Very nice. Okay, yeah. Thanks to this expired, we see that the pits now have 5 gems.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think this is wise.
I think I was trying to stop myself and turn around and get a power up, but then I hit that little edge thing.
Oh
and
yeah, it does look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like last red issues. But you're probably not taking it too seriously because this is the new version. Or maybe you're just trying to be Frostfire.
Oh.
You also had like a couple just mechanical mistakes, which is very uncharacteristic. This was like a pretty fast-paced game. There wasn't a lot of like sitting waiting for last red. A lot of that was on you. I think you would have been in better positions for most of the spawns if you slowed it down a bit.
Yeah.
The rough thing is, like, if you're behind on tempo, it's almost a little bit similar to the triple decker thing, where because the mega super speed pairs, there's only like 1 per quadrant. If your opponent gets them, you have to go quite a ways to pick up the next set. And it usually is not possible within 5 seconds. Especially since like the place where you actually pick up the super speed is not really the most ideal for getting the lines with the super speed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't feel like this was like terribly insightful due to that, but
That's okay. No, this is a very interesting.
it at least showed a couple differences. All right. I think I'm going to call it there.
Okie dokie.